March 30th, 2023. Marcus Giavanni here. 2023 Dark Web by Marcus Giavanni. Colorado Politics for Denverite News. You know, it's hilarious because when people don't understand what code is, internal code, external code, but like on this, Colorado Politics for Denver at ITE News. Information Technology Electronic News. Is that amazing? On January 1, we went to the internet changed. And now we're 3 months into the change. And what's happened is that a lot of people that are in power shouldn't be in power. And now artificial intelligence, based off February 6th court hearing, when I finally got the closure and the answer to the Spear Amendment, when Assistant City Attorney Michelle Horn blasted with glee, by the way, when I asked about the Spear Amendment. We haven't enforced that law in years. And for 4 elections, 13 years, actually it's been longer than that, because you start a couple years ahead of each election, and I ran in 2011. Kept me off the ballot. You got the local media says I'm a perennial candidate, but they don't tell anybody that I sued Stephanie O'Malley, Wellington Webb's brother, Joe Webb, who lost their law firm, so that Denver could have the right to petition. It's just mind-blowing. You got Mayor Webb, who's coming out, who's watching everybody shit on Mayor Spear. And see, when he's dead, he's not going to see. I'm showing him already. They're going to take that statue out. They're going to do the same thing that him and Mayor Hancock and Pena and all of them did to a man, and the most honorable mayor of all mayors. And he happened to be a Democrat, and he knew what a partisanship government would look like. Because he saw all the bittering and the two-faced with both parties, and he's like, wow, I'm going to fix this, man. And he created a non-political government, city charter. And Michelle Horn told District Judge Luxon, and if you look up who Andrew Luxon is and what he does for a living, what kind of judge he is, and their faces told me everything I needed to know. And what these folks can't do is they can't beat artificial intelligence. And we got closure when Michelle Horn told a sitting judge that most people said, you're going to need a judge to turn this around. And you got to be an independent judge. They stuck me with a Democratic judge, one that has authority to investigate. He has 3 judges around him. At least that's what he used to do. I don't know if he still does that, or that's what he does, because that's what they say on the internet. I don't know with them, what's true, what's false, what's current. It's just up there. But when Michelle Horn blasted, we haven't enforced that law in years. They can remove it from the docs, they can remove it from the recordings, but it was picked up on everybody's telephone. See, when people have their phone in their pocket, they think that, artificial intelligence can't hear. God. Oh my gosh. It's listening to our voices, pattern matching our locations, and pattern matching our goodwill toward our communities. Good, bad, or indifferent. You're either good, you're either bad, or you're indifferent, meaning you don't give a fuck. And there's a lot of them people that don't give a fuck. So the bad people, because good people don't do anything, are allowed to take control of a whole entire city. And see, what Luxon doesn't understand is that on the next time when he's to be judged himself on retention, they need to let him go. Because he allowed a city attorney, assistant city attorney, tell the court, we haven't enforced that law in years, when my whole argument was they circumvented the law to a nonpartisan, so they've been in business, so they've been in power. No, it was worse than that. They don't enforce a law that nobody talked about that it was even existed until it came out of her mouth. Gets me choked up, folks. Thinking about a man dying of the 100-year flu in 2018. We're only a few years off. It makes you kind of wonder, do these people make these 100-year flus every 100 years? Because that's what it appears where the virus came from. And all those people, man, that made people wear masks. I'm OSHA certified, okay? I'm an industrial coding expert. I've been doing it I retired in 2002, but I do side jobs once in a while because it keeps my ass tight when I work. So I don't want to be that 80-year-old man that farts and you just hear his butt just because he stopped exercising, because he stopped moving. And when you think about our children in Denver public schools, they've stopped moving our kids. They don't play dodgeball. They might get hurt. So none of these kids have ever had a punch, never had a ball thrown at them, never broke an arm or a leg, never experienced life because their school knows what's best for them. And so now what happens is they become fluffy kids. And then when fluffy kids watch especially the GOP news, I mean, Fox News pushes more drugs than any network out there, folks. They push it. And you see that they stop all their writers and don't mention being the number one on New York Times best-selling list. That's because I sent the people at Fox. I said, hey, man, you guys are losing. You're going to be losing a lot more blah, 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 blah. Same thing I do now. And because you guys, your artificial intelligence, and see, these people are talking about artificial intelligence, and what happens is when they start talking about it, they're just talkers. And because they're FCC regulated, what happens is they get indexed, good, bad, or indifferent. How much does this person know? What sources is he talking about? Are these things that he built, or is he talking about somebody else that he's pretending to know these things, but he went and scammed everything and studied it? And he's just a talker, and he's FCC regulated, so he's an important talker. So it's these people that now get indexed to the dark web. And what happens is the sales managers of all these networks and the general managers of these FCC regulated broadcasting companies that think they can bullshit fucking everybody. And when you follow the trail, like Xfinity, okay, trying to sell us a 10G network when they can't even get 5G. I go on Google and it says Xfinity on my phone because, I wanted to save some money. I got nothing but fucking heartaches. And these people, they're like churn and burn boiler room. All they fucking care is about sales. Now they got kids. Oh, it's one of the best platforms imaginable. Shut the fuck up. You got fucking people that have no little kid playing video game that, it's the best platform imaginable. You don't fucking know what you're talking about. And it's these fake and biased bullshit that these corporations like Xfinity pushes out to get their kids, to get their parents to buy this shit because the parents won't do anything or study anything to raise their knowledge bar because they're too busy being parents and trying to figure out what the fuck's going on in their schools, and they're all afraid, and they're just afraid, and they don't know what to do, and their kids are getting fucked up. And that's how you know there's a God, because we're all judged. We're all judged, folks. And right now, before the main God comes, he's going to give you a little taste of the computer God. Ronnie James Dio wrote a song called Computer God with Black Sabbath. And I think Geezer Butler wrote those lyrics. Not sure, but I maybe not. I don't know. Dio wrote a lot of his lyrics, but he had good collaborators. They could all go in and write a song. Me, when I write my songs, all my music, what people don't understand, I have mental problems in regards to my learning, my learning and what I can and can't do. Being dyslexic, I've got other reading disabilities, but I also got other things that, because of those disabilities, I can see things that other people can't see. And it's these, this content, like right here, this piece of shit group people right here, Colorado Newsline, there's 4 of them. 4 little newsliners. Okay? They all got tumors, man. And their tumors are going to be showing up after the election. But on here, this used to say Marcus Giavanni didn't get his signatures in. I didn't hand them in until the 19th, folks. Look it up. You can go to denvergov.org, look up government. You got to keep your mouse on that government, because it'll change out on you. That's the most bullshit website I've ever seen in my fucking life, man. And they won awards. Everything that Denver does, they win awards, but they don't tell you who the awards are from, because they're from biased people that keep the same conversations going on, especially Denverite. They're the most biggest bullshit group of people being indexed right now, and we're giving them enough rope to hang themselves because we need them to keep coming out. See, they try to pretend like they're these fucking monster mats, fucking writers, and they're just bullshit trolls. And see, Denverite was bought out by Colorado Public Radio, and anybody knows about Colorado Public Radio, unless you're a Democrat, you ain't getting on those networks. And this is where they're going to start, it's going to start coming back, and accountability is going to get them. Artificial intelligence will make it so. You cannot be a person and say, like Hancock, we are all Denver. Yeah, well, what about Giovanni uncovering your Denver Health and Human Services, taking children out of parents' lives and ruining fathers? And you have a magistrate judge, Karen Hubler, that sits on it, and every one of her cases need to be redone. She's the most evilest woman on the whole fucking court system. How do I know? That was my ex's old attorney. And when she became magistrate judge on May 11th, I told all them people, if I was going to be mayor, that I'm going to put them in jail. Can't do nothing to a judge. They have absolute immunity. They can do whatever they want. That's why the courts need to clean her up, because what happens is we can have our retention votes and voters that are not paying attention, and then people keep being reelected judges and all this. In the metaverse, they're being judged. And so when they Google search their name, the content that starts to invade will be all the cases they worked that they were opposite of what they say. And they're like, how come all these bad cases are, what is this? All nothing but everything. It's all done by the voice now, folks. Voice indexing, and you're gonna watch, like people from Fox 31, Denver 7, they're all trying to figure out how they can talk about it without trying to let any sources out, instead of all being kumbaya, saying, hey, yeah, man, not only do we know about it, but we know the guy that started it all, and he is just laughable. See, I'm laughable. So when Joe Rubino, fucking piece of shit, dude, he's another one. After the elections, there is some other organizations that are going to go and just build content and content and content and more content and just bury him in the dark web where he fucking belongs. Same with Michael Connor, McCormick Connor, or Bike Boy, I don't know what he goes by. These 30-year-old guys that think they fucking live lives trying to destroy a guy like me. I'm ready, man. Because my whole life and all my people, because we've been waiting. Because April 4, we can't do anything until April 4. And this will be the final thing. And they can't get rid of artificial intelligence. It's already been done. It's already been done the foundation started in 2000 and fuck. 2000 and fuck. And then to all the people like Ian Tafoya that would come on my radio show and just steal my ideas, and then I find him talking about it. And he's the biggest troll bitch of all bitches on the internet. Then you have the one denvergov.org. I think they already picked their mayor, and all these people now are just going through the motion because they're all going to get something. You know what they got? Fair election money. And I guarantee you they probably didn't even spend the money on any of the newspapers. That just, TV ads. Oh, that's it. So that's how Denver media, FCC regulated the demise of their own bullshit stories and fake shit, which they're allowed to do in the mortal world. But when it comes to the digital world, your asses belong to the computer god known as AI. OAIO. Ooh.